Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So swiftly following on from Matt's surprise iron fitting, and the winner on that one being the PXG Gen 1.
Yep.
0311T. Yep, so the kind of smaller tour head with that Matty. Great performance from it, it really was.
It was really, really good.
Very solid.
Felt great.
Yep.
I think looks-wise, probably a little bit more confidence-inspiring, being a bit bigger than, probably not bigger than my irons, but bigger than some of the other ones we tried.
Yep.
You made a good point. Longer irons will be easier than me trying to hit the 4-iron of this, which is quite a butter knife.
Yeah.
From what I've seen. So, yeah, it was cool. It was an interesting result. You were surprised, which is always funny when you're kind of like, oh, I didn't think that was going to happen, because I know you always have some idea of where something's going to go.
And honestly, I had an idea of maybe 4 heads I would pick. That was not one that was in my mind. But when we started to see certain things that we could do with a little bit more spin, so therefore I'd love to give you some more loft, we have to figure out the trade-off.
Right.
So the trade-off of the loft is a distance trade-off. And not that you need more distance, but you certainly don't want to give it away.
You don't want to lose 5 yards
No.
when you're used to hitting a certain distance.
Rather not, rather not change your yardages, going the wrong way.
Yeah.
So going with a head that is slightly quicker, which, the hollow body construction, the thinnest face that really is available in an iron,
right,
is what we went with. So the Gen 1s we picked, and this is part of any fit. We do think of price point, we do think of the value for the consumer, and Gen 2 I would not have picked that. I would not have went to a PXG Gen 2 because I know that you would just from a price point standpoint, you're not going to see. It's not like you hit it that much better than the title, so it has to be comparable in price.
I agree. Yeah.
So
that is the basics of any fit. You've always said that. Don't not talk budget, because then you'll end up being fit into something that you don't want or you won't pay for.
Exactly. That's it.
And it would have been that. I would have said to you at the end, well, that's nice, but I'm not buying those kind of thing, right?
Exactly.
So, and what the conversation after we kind of hit off on the camera and thought, okay, so that's Gen 1, they worked well.
Correct.
Gen 2's in the shop. People are going to want to know what's, other, I guess, measurable performance differences that would warrant someone saying, these are a really good deal, Gen 1. Is it worth me spending the extra big bucks on Gen 2?
Gen 2s, that's it. So slight, obviously, differences in Gen 1 to Gen 2, the material on the inside. So Gen 1, the big sort of talking point was the hollow body construction, the gel that was inside that, the TPE, the thermoplastic elastomer. That was what was given all the vibration dampening sort of benefits, and what really makes every shot feel like you flushed it. And the sound, I love the sound. I love the soft feel of them.
Yes.
I've always, to be honest, I've always been a fan of the 0311T since it first came out.
Good iron.
So when we are looking to test the Gen 2s and we're looking at the Core 2 technology, which they kind of at PXG claim that they have certainly improved upon, a little bit quicker rebound. They've made some subtle differences. You even just see, just subtleties in the back edge of the sole there, Matty. Little trail edge, sort of relief in the sole. So subtly different, but not a massive difference at all. Yeah.
So let's find out what people can expect to see between the two. That's really the purpose of the video. Nice, just simple comparison. Yeah. And then from there you can make a buying decision based on your golf swing.
That's right. And people who kind of maybe have thought that there was sort of good value for them, and or sort of they were interested more, not so much where they would find the value in the PXGs. Would it be Gen 1 or would you want to splurge and go Gen 2? Exactly. And whether there's a big enough difference to do that.
For sure. Okay.
All right.
So we'll start with.
Let's start with the winner, your new iron.
My new iron. We'll hit Pro V1X again.
Yeah, let's do that. So just kind of swiftly back into the groove of this one. I mean, really timing that Modus 130X well. I mean, that's was the big probably or the most consistent part of that fit. That every time we gave you that shaft, you were consistently good with that.
I think it's fair to say that if you took sort of the whole pie of what made that club work, the head for sure was great. The subtle things with the forgiveness and the ball speed and the spin. The shaft was as it's supposed to. Timing and strike location is what that helped me with, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
It's a little heavy.
Just a shade, but I just love the forgiveness in this head. I do. I can't help but, be impressed with every time you slightly miss one that you're not penalised.
Agree. That was good.
Just that beautiful little push draw. That way you
I
kind
kind of like the height of the ball's come back. It's flying just whatever we saw, 10 feet or so higher on average.
Yep. That was a nice one. 134 ball speed tonight has been where you've been consistently at. I mean, look at those. So those are 2 good hits and 1 miss hit, and look at the 3 of them.
Not off by much.
3 peas in a pod.
That is good.
Is this kind of cementing your sort of comfort level with?
It really is.
With the iron.
I mean, I after the fitting video, I was surprised, but I was very confident in how that went because we hit a ton of shots. But we were just sitting around. We just talked about food for 20 minutes, like we're ordering dinner, and then come back kind of tired, and then hit a bunch of shots. Good. That's not easy to do. So I'm surprised, and like it is a good way to cement it. You're right.
Let's see one more for good measure. We've got the Gen 2 ready here.
That's better.
Strong. Very
Much
strong.
better.
There.
Yeah, good.
Good. Okay. Let's go into the Gen 2.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, Matty, so we've switched you over to the Gen 2s.
Yep.
Not much to really say. Similar profile, you'll probably see that straight away. You probably barely even notice you've got something different in your hands, really.
I would need to be told, probably.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really... I think from the back, you notice a bit of maybe a height blade difference.
Right.
But no, not much.
Okay. Well, let's see a few with it. Nice, Matty. In the left wing.
Yep, pretty good. Hair open.
Yeah, looks like good height out of that one, certainly. A little bit in the toe, 5400, 134, right where we sort of expect. Beautiful, Matty. Solid.
Yep, I like that. Yeah, that was a good one. Flew the full distance. Good.
And we've matched the spec on both of these. Obviously, we're 30 now in the loft.
One up.
One more, and still 61 in the lie cell. Still same as what we would normally have you at.
Gotcha.
Okay,
good.
turned a fraction.
Yeah, turned 1 with the first one, so that's fair. Felt solid though.
Very solid. Yep, dead in the middle, just shut the face. There was that hair heavy one.
Yeah, that's a bit heavy.
Yeah.
Basically exactly what we saw last time. There we go. That's nice, really good. So I'm pretty sure that's a really equal spread with both. Like I kind of hit the same kind of shots. Be curious to see how those numbers look.
Okay, bud, good job. Not much in it.
No.
Not much in it at all.
Fair to say that someone may notice improvements over the course of a season, playing golf, forgiveness, different things may come up. I can't imagine you being disappointed with Gen 1 over Gen 2. They perform basically the same.
Yeah.
When I hit the same kind of shots, I pushed a couple, pulled a couple, flushed a couple with both irons, and they basically flew the same.
Well, I think what's probably worth mentioning is that of all the clubs that changed in between Gen 1 and Gen 2, the T was the one that changed the least.
Oh, is that right?
The introduction of the SGI, which is a super game improvement head, the wide sole, so that was obviously brand new. You lost just the standard 0311, that became the P. 0311P, which was the player's iron in the Gen 2s. Okay. And then you've got the XF, which they had in both. But these ones never really changed much. So to be honest, this is not a surprise to me whatsoever. Yeah. This is kind of what I've seen, and probably why, to be honest, I picked the value package for you, where I thought you could get all of the attributes at a fraction of the cost.
So someone that's looking at one of the other 0311 Gen 2 irons that isn't the T, maybe there's going to be more of a difference?
Yeah, slightly different sort of irons, maybe different offset. Right. You know, the SGI obviously is a new one, so Yeah, definitely. I think the P to my eye had a little bit less offset. Looked a bit more of a kind of bit more of a player's iron, hence the name. But
right.
you know, it's a nice looking head. So
right.
numbers wise, we're not really seeing too much to pick them apart. You struck the Gen 1 slightly better. You were slightly more efficient with it.
Yep. To be fair,
that's really what it came down to, and the marginal gains were largely because of that.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. If you were to match up both of them perfectly, I think they would be identical. And maybe this would be slightly better. Who knows? But I think we did a pretty good job of saying I don't think you could go wrong either way. If you want the new ones, maybe you've gone to the demo day and you've hit Gen 2 and you do hit them at better. Great. Then I think you just have to decide if it's worth the investment. But if someone gets fit and they think Gen 1 is a good option, save some money, I would, and I will probably do it myself, I would say it's good. Why not?
Definitely. So, you know, value for the people watching this is if you're interested in the PXG story, the technology, the sort of unique feel and look of the clubs is a big selling feature. You know, we enjoy working with them. You know, they're high quality products. It's just really whether there's enough value coming out of the performance relative to the other clubs you're hitting.
Absolutely.
And then that's a tough sell in here, you know, in a custom shop when, you know, we've got so many high performance golf clubs, but a lot of people will walk in to the car showroom and walk out, you know, with the car they want just because they wanted it.
Sure, absolutely.
So, you know, and that's kind of like that. We get a lot of customers coming in here and just go, I'm here to try PXG.
For sure. I'm
going to get fit for those. Happy to do it.
Which is why it was kind of funny and surprising that I was the complete opposite. I did not come here to get PXGs, and it did well. So being open-minded within reason. Obviously, these are going to be at a price point for everyone, myself included. There'll be people that it isn't a budgetary issue, and they'll say let's have them.
Right.
But yeah, it's a fun little test. So I won't have buyer's remorse if I get Gen 1.
No, absolutely not. And I think that's the perfect reason to test it. Is so that you go, well, you know, would have benefited anything from the Gen 2s? In this case, we can see that you would not.
Cool.
Excellent.
I'm happy with that.
Okay, guys, just a quick one from us there, just a follow-up. We thought that one would be a good sort of follow-up to Matt's fitting video, and the timing of it would make a lot of sense. And we've actually talked about doing this one for a while. And it's just one of those ones we haven't got around to doing. So. Glad we get the chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. Okay, guys, leave your comments. Let us know what you thought, and we'll see you again soon.